And then, yeah, this is the obvious. This is called nutting during fan calls as I've popped. I made a video about this. You should go watch it.
Yeah.
It's really old now.
I know the story, but you can tell.
So essentially, there was this time where I was doing a fan call as Hitalia characters, which, yeah.
That sounds like cringe already. All
yeah,
right.
so I was doing it with someone else who was doing another voice, and we were on the call with the person, and I thought like there's some weird breathing sounds coming from them, but like I was like, this is a little weird, but I didn't think much of it.
Was it Malin?
To be fair, you bring a Dakimakura of someone from like Vampire Night, she'll get like that.
So like, yes.
So like what happened was that we were on this call, I thought, that's weird. And then when we got off the call, it was only like 6-7 minutes.
All right.
I was like, was that weird? That call was weird, right? And he was like, oh no, I don't think so. But I was editing the audio.
Yeah.
So I go back and I listen to the audio and I'm like, she's definitely nutting. That isn't like hyperventilating breath. That is like, it was like slow, deep breaths. Like that. And I was like, what the fuck? So I made a video about it, but I pitch shifted it and changed it, and it sounds even creepier. It sounds like a 2-year-old now.
Oh, God.
Scary. Because I wanted to protect their identity, obviously. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, I don't know if it wasn't, but like, it don't sound good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to cut a lot of people.
So that's a bit of yikes there.
Yeah, that's a bit of yikes.
How'd you handle that?
You're playing character, right? So when you do those calls, you're in character. So like when people would say stuff, I would reply as if like in character, like to reject them.
I just like to imagine he's just like, you just hear like,
well, no,
wait, Connor's like, pasta,
which Italia character were you playing?
I was playing Franz from Italia. But I've never watched Italia, but I assumed he was like a bit of a player from what I understood. But like,
I would have loved it if he was playing like Italy and he was just like,
they were playing Italy.
yeah, pasta,
So I was playing France. They were playing. Yeah, they were playing Italy.
They were playing Italy.
Yeah, and like to be fair, it would happen fairly often, but I nearly always cut them because it was just cringe. Like, people would just be like, I want to date Sebastian, and I'd be like, no one is worthy of me like that. I would like, because I would reply because like it's really like, dude, when I'm in the zone and I would do these calls, like I would like fully believe in that moment that I was like that. Like, because you have to if you want to do it good.
I mean, you're playing a character.
Yeah. So when people would say stuff like that, I would just like snarkily just insult them straight away because they loved it.
Yeah.
Like it was fun. Like everyone, dude, imagine being an asshole and everyone's like, oh my God, he's amazing.
How long did you do this for?
These calls?
Yeah.
I did them for like 2-3 years.
How? Just
Honestly,
how?
no, because when it went well, it was really fun because people had such a genuine, like, happy response.
Right.
Really
Yeah.
great. It was just, you had to just deal with some weird shit.
That's fair.
Fairly often.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm a head out. Like this stock image from that call. Am I right?
I'm only joking, Malin. You're probably never that bad, right?
Yeah.
No, she was. She still is. She is worse. I'm joking. I've seen her when she gets around Utano Prince.
Yeah.
All right. Next is the uncomfortable, as if none of them were already.
Yeah, right?
Okay. The last one wasn't uncomfortable?
No, I can deal with that.
Okay.
Because that's in character.
Yeah.
That's not Connor. That's Sebastian. That's France. That's not my problem. That's France. That's France's problem.
Man, she's getting real hot for France there.
So yeah, so I up until very recently, I used to do Patreon fan calls. And
Not in character.
no, as me.
Yeah.
So I would offer, and it's going to sound like a lot, for like $100 an hour. To have a call with me. But then if you ask any YouTubers around our size, they'll be like, wow, that's too little.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I know it sounds absurd. It sounds stupid. My parents all thought it was dumb. They were like, people pay to speak to you, Connor. That's absurd.
My parents got the same reaction.
Why would anyone want to pay to speak to you, Connor? I'm like, Mum, fuck off, Mum. So anyway, up until recently, I used to do Patreon fan calls, like I said. I'd call it like generations. I don't really know why, but people would always leave en masse and join en masse, and there was only 10 spots on my call, so only 10 people at a time could get these calls.
All right.
And I would only maybe have like one person who was on it for like 2+ years, but the rest of the time it was like rotating people. And like, I had some really fucking uncomfortable ones that I haven't really spoke about because I'm just like, this is so fucking weird, but I mean, may as well speak about it now.
Yeah.
So this is one time, this is by far the most uncomfortable, where I'd done 2 calls with a person and they were like, okay, they were like, oh, all right, they seem pretty decent, seem pretty normal. They were from Vegas, you know,
Okay.
Aki represent.
Yeah, I don't know why you're pointing at me. I'm not from Vegas.
No. And they were like, I didn't do webcam. It was only ever voice. But one time they were like, "Can we do webcam?" And I was like, "All right, sure." I mean, a one-off, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
on a
of course.
webcam?
Yeah.
What's the worst? You guys know what happened.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, okay, sure, let's do it. Let's do webcam. Whatever. You know, you've been on the Patreon for a while. We can do this. So we boot up the call. I turn on my webcam. She turns on her webcam. Yeah, she's naked. She's fully naked, but wearing like body paint. But like you can, like
The look on Ash's face.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Oh my
It's just
god!
like,
Luckily, you know, she was overage. Was just dodged the
thank
bullet.
God.
Luckily.
Thank God.
Otherwise, finna get arrested immediately. But I
Yeah.
was like, yo, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, the connection's breaking up. And then like,
You're like,
I was
hello?
like,
Can you hear me? Hello?
I was like, gosh.
I'm going through the tunnel. Yeah, I'm just
Literally, the moment it happened, like it flashed on the screen. I was like, smash the red fucking end Discord call. I was like, fuck, man. You know how British internet, man. It keeps going out. Oh, I'm so mad at them, man. Oh, and
gotta stay on voice. You know,
Yeah.
my internet can't handle the
damn,
webcam.
the webcam. Fuck, my webcam just imploded. So I was like, fuck, that's awful. It's terrible. And I had some other uncomfortable things come up, and you know, generally just not very good things happen. That was just like, why are they doing this? Like they would just hit on you in really uncomfortable ways, and you know, and to the point where it was just like, you know, some people would think that, you know, you would meet some people who had clearly never been rejected in their circle, right?
Yeah.
And that they pay me to talk to me, and then I'm like, well, I've never been rejected, so it's not going to start now, is it?
Right.
They think I'm gonna like, well, this is a work thing for me. I'm there doing business, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just
It sounds like you had a fucking babe station call center going on.
honestly, because like. It's great. 90% of people, it was chill. It was just talking to them, maybe give them a bit of YouTube advice, maybe help them with things. Super normal calls. It's just like some people were like, bro, this is my in. This is my way to get like Connor to like hang out with me or stuff. And like all sorts of weird shit. Like people would go around and like I think recently I used to do like voice recordings. I still do, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're really easy. But people would go around, take the voice recordings and say, look, me and Connor are best friends. Like Connor, I have a message from Connor saying hi to me.
Yeah.
We're kind of like best friends. And I'm like, do people not like, why do people do this? Why? Do you think you're getting clout?
Are you comfortable with that?
That's whatever.
I wouldn't be comfortable.
I would
with
not
that.
be comfortable
I don't
with
know. Like that's me.
Someone going
Listen,
around
this is also-
saying that they're a friend of mine to like get their way is like not cool
Yeah.
with me.
I mean, it's also, you know, it's big brain because, you know, I could be like, anytime let's say, right, God forbid, I say something stupid on a live stream. We're like, no, it's just recording it. Just recording it. Patreon recording, not me. What's that? No, I'm kidding.
Well, now when Colin gets cancelled in
When I
2
get cancelled, I'll
years,
be like, guys, no, that was a script. That wasn't a string. I was doing a job.
just watch this one clip get linked.
I'm kidding.
I was playing France from Italia the whole time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I never record anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's just like, obviously, because some people want like an uplifting message because they've been a
Yeah.
bit down recently, and I'm more than happy to do that because I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
if me giving you a voice message saying, "Hey, man, just you know, things will get better. Just keep trying."
I
you know,
mean,
keep-
I've done that before as well. But at the same time, if I found out that person,
I don't give them voice messages anymore.
was
obviously.
going around telling people, "Hey,
I'm best friends with Giga.
I'm best friends with Gon," and I'm just like, okay. Get the fuck out of my life, please.
Well, I mean, that's why
It's like, who are you?
I emailed them basically saying, "Hey, I'm removing you from Patreon. What the fuck are you doing? This is sad." Like,
Yeah.
like, did you?
Well, yeah, of course. It's not cool.
Because it wasn't the worst thing was that she wasn't going around to like her close friends. For some reason, she was going around sending them to other YouTubers, saying, "I'm friends with Connor. Look, I have this message." And unfortunately, some of those YouTubers didn't know that I was doing the Patreon voice message. Even
But
though,
I mean, I've gone through that as well, where I've had people going around saying that they know me and saying that they
It happens.
have been friends with me when they weren't, just to try and get in with other people. And it's like that's the biggest fucking red flag for me.
But that's why that's kind of one of the big reasons, as well as time, is why I removed the ability to call me on Patreon. I don't do it anymore. You can't have a phone call with me.
I mean, I think the worst thing that happened to me was it literally happened to me at a convention where, you know, I had a guy who was going around telling companies that they knew me and they were trying to use that as an in.
That's somehow even worse, isn't it? When they're going around to like companies.
because they're potentially ruining your name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
But they're
exactly.
also trying to profit themselves,
Yeah,
right?
see, I can deal with someone being a fucking creep. I can that's
Yeah.
insular. I can just immediately shut that down.
Yeah.
Right? If someone does that, that's repairing I have to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Luckily, you know, that's
I
why
guess that's why it triggers me so much because
Yeah.
I hear that and I just think, to
Yeah, I
like the
guess
shit I had to deal
This
with then.
motherfucker.
The
yeah.
audacity of this bitch, man.
I would gladly have someone hit on me on a call
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
times rather than them go to a company saying that we're friends.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can, that's fine.
Don't do that.
Do not do that.
Yeah.
That is the biggest asshole move you could do.
We have gone in 50 years as the.
It's Egg.
I don't know what the stock image is.
What the fuck did you get this image from?
I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know. It's just
It-
looks
Is
fun,
this like Asian Humpty Dumpty?
You type in Egg and this is what comes up.